My mother-in-law asked at dinner, "How long are you planning to keep pretending you can't speak Spanish?" The whole table froze. I nearly dropped my fork, completely lost. I asked in English, "I'm sorry, what?" My wife, Diana, looked just as startled. Patricia, my mother-in-law, cut her steak calmly. "I heard you on the phone yesterday. Fluent Spanish, not the broken little phrases you use with me." She pulled out her phone and pressed play. The dining room filled with my own voice, speaking rapid-fire Spanish about the Henderson Project. It was undeniably me, my tone, my rasp, but I had zero memory of the conversation. I remember being in the backyard at 2 p.m., but I was planting roses, not on the phone. "That's impossible," I said, but even to my own ears it sounded hollow. Patricia's eyes narrowed. "This isn't the first time. Last month, you were muttering in Spanish, helping me move furniture. And you chatted with the contractor until you noticed me watching." The room tilted. Patricia slid a folder of papers across the table to Diana. "Look at this. Your husband's name, address, even his signature. He's been working as a Spanish court translator for 2 years. Diana went pale. "David, what is this?" My blood ran cold. I snatched the papers. Everything matched my identity, but I had no memory of applying for that job. "This has to be identity theft," I whispered. Patricia cut me off, pulling out a grainy photo. Me in a suit I didn't recognize, shaking hand with a judge outside the courthouse. "That's definitely you," Diana whispered, her hand pressed to her mouth. It was me, yet I had no memory of that life. I felt Diana's hand slip from mine. "I need some air," she choked out, rushing outside. Patricia leaned forward, her voice low and venomous. "Whatever game you're playing, it's over. My daughter deserves to know who she married. I genuinely don't remember any of this," I pleaded. "Something is very, very wrong with me." Patricia drained her wine. "Then you need a lawyer or a psychiatrist, because either you're the best liar I've ever met or you're losing your mind." The next morning, Diana and I were at Dr. Reynolds' office. Dr. Reynolds ordered neurological tests for memory gaps. The MRI revealed something shocking. Signs of a concussion about 18 months ago, right when the courthouse employment records began. "This type of injury can disrupt memory formation," he explained, pointing to the darkened regions of the brain scan. "It's possible you developed or relearned Spanish during a period you can't recall. The brain is remarkable at preserving procedural skills, even if autobiographical memory is gone." He said frozen. I had lived an entire life and completely forgotten it. As we drove home, Diana finally whispered, "So, which is it? Have you been lying to me this whole time? Or do I have a husband who's missing entire pieces of his life?" I had no answer. The evidence was real. The recordings, the documents, the brain injury. Yet my mind held none of it. I realized I was both men at once. The husband who planted roses and a fluent Spanish court translator I couldn't remember. The man Diana married was only a version of me.